Let's see if anybody... Yeah, matchmaking issues. So they did... Mod Turtle posted about the matchmaking issues. And just saying that they're aware of it. Alright, so this is... What the hell is this? Okay. Let's go get a Charm... I mean, I could get a Mew. This is a pretty rough start, so we're going to take a huge chance here. We're going to hope for a VIP pass. If we don't get it, that means this game is rigged and the developers hate me. But if we do get a VIP pass, it means I'm an expert deck builder. See, I told you I'm an expert deck builder who makes great decisions, because now we have a Charmander and we have a Bibarel. So is there any chance they knock out my Charmander? No. Literally never going to happen. Impossible. So they're playing Arc-Ray with an Armarouge. Goated Arc-Ray. No, this is not a goated deck. But yeah, if you're wondering, oh, when is Pilot going to play this deck? Can you play this deck, Pilot? Yes, I will play all of the decks from Obsidian Flames. But we got to space it out. You know, you don't blow your load all at once. You take your time and you spread your seed as many places as you can. You know, you don't plant 100 trees in the same spot. You build a forest, am I right? Yeah, you don't blow your load all at once. That's just not a good idea. Okay, so if we go... Artina's still on top. Lost Vacuum. So I think we're in a situation... I think we're currently in a situation where we're about to research this thing. Are you ready for the most busted play you've ever seen? You did not expect to see this type of god tier gaming. Look at that. Look at that. Look at what I just did. Alright, do we have 2 Bibarel in the deck? We do. I think I'd rather get another Charmander, though. Okay, see? You did not expect a double Artazon. Oh my god. Okay, come on, give me a rare candy, buddy. Yes! Okay, do we evolve is the real question here. I guess we do. You know, this is a Charizard deck, let's evolve. How many toes can I fit in my mouth while holding a conversation? Well, I mean, do you really want to know how many toes are currently in my mouth right now? So we'll retreat, and then I guess we put the energy back on the Mew? No, because we can do that next turn. So that's not as big of a deal. And Kingdom, I know, see, that's what your problem is. You have to spread the seed as far as it'll go. You know, how many people are like, oh, I want to plant 100 trees in the same spot, you know, for a year. That's still only really going to produce 1 tree. And it'll probably be a really deformed looking tree when it's done. But if you plant 100 different trees in 100 different areas, then you've created a forest and now everyone thinks you're the greatest person ever. Please don't break the game more than it already is. It does that on its own. You know, if it's a day of the week that ends in Y, TCG Live can break. It's that simple. There's no trick. The game just breaks itself. You know, we were just humming along. And now all of a sudden, Toedscruel does boosted damage. Okay, so they got Ray. We do have bosses. Alright, so how much damage does this thing do? Discard any amount of energy. Oh, man. So they're going to discard fire energy. Toedscruel does 120 damage instead of 80. So it does 80 base and then 40 more for each of your benched Pokemon with energy on them. But it counts itself as one of the Pokemon, so they just coded it incorrectly. And said, oh, well, that means all the things get the boost, right? Wait, the gold Charizard does 10 more damage? Are you trolling, or is that an actual thing? Are they going to retreat into Ray? Or are they going to retreat into the other Arceus? That's interesting. Okay. When did they change the Lost Zone hole? With the update on Tuesday. So now it's an Amoeba. Alright, that is concerning. I think I put the damage on the Ray? Do I put the damage on the Ray? Does that make any sort of sense? Because if I put the damage on the Ray, then... So 20, 80, 100, 180, 260, 340. So I don't think it matters if I put damage on a Charmander. But let's go... If I put some damage on this one, then that stops them. Or I could just take 2 prizes. I think we put damage on the Ray. Just because we're not in a very good position right now. Obviously, taking 2 prizes might have been better. But yeah, it's not centered. Don't look at that. Barely anything in the board is centered. Let's be honest. Nothing really makes sense with the board. They just sort of slapped it together in paint in an hour. They're just like, hey, we need a template for the board in TCG Live. And then their artist was like, okay, here's my rough first original draft that I just slapped together in an hour. What do you think? That's good. That's what we're going with for the next 10 years. And Neto Costa, you can check out the Discord or the YouTube video all about the Zard upgrades, and those have the deck lists. Just play Shaman against Zard. Well, that's the thing. That's the really cool thing with Zard, is that it plays fire energy, so if people start playing grass decks, just start playing fire attackers. And Matted Fur, whoa my god, welcome back. Yes, the game did not work for really the first 4 or 5 hours of the set launch today, and there's just issues getting into games for most players. Radiant freaking Heatran. We can just use Kecleon with super effective glasses, but then you have to play super effective glasses. I mean, you could also mix in a couple other things, right? Because it is basic energy, so you have to mix in some other things. But that could be interesting. Who plays Radiant Heatran? Well, the thought process there is you Magma Base into the Heatran multiple times, use Armor Rouge, and just go from there. So I understand the idea, and like it can do a bunch of damage, but it's not necessarily the greatest. Okay. They're going to hit me with a real beefy boy soon. And maybe the deck does need like a Choice Belt or a Defiance Band, because Radiant Zard can do 280 with one of those. And obviously that's a good thing. So let's go Level Ball. Let's get the... Do I get the Charmeleon or the Charmander? Because if I get 2 Zard and 2 Rare Candies, I do want to be able to thin the hand. So maybe we just go for Bidoof. And then do that. So let's get rid of that and that. If I go for the Radiant Zard, that's not a knockout, but neither is a knockout with this Charizard. So... do I just go Heat Tackle? Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Matted Fur with the Pump and Dump. You'll love to see it. Okay, so... we go attach to this one. Put the Bidoof down. Bibarel. We got the Rare Candy. I still don't know if we put the Charizard into play. Because they could just boss and take a KO. I think I'd rather be, you know, set up for next turn. So there's Rare Candy. We also have Switch. So if I get Rare Candy, we have Ultra Ball, Rare Candy, Zard, Energy. So let's get VIP Pass. Okay, so Retreat. Heat Tackle, evolve into Charmeleon, and then Heat Tackle. To be honest, the whole deck just falls apart. Nah, the deck is fine. And the Kingdom, see, that's why you always gotta trust your pilot. And Boost Turtle, you watch the video, you know all the free stuff you get. And Mesa, I always say don't buy the Premium Pass Plus because it's, you know, 1,800 crystals. The only reason to get it is because... Okay, that's fine. Really, the only reason to get it is if you really, really want to get all those cards for free, like those gold cards and the extra Zard and the Pidgeot. But most likely you have more credits than you do other things, so it's really tough. It's really tough to know. All right, so let's get rid of that and that. We'll go for a Charmander that's hopefully in the deck. Hey, it is. Okay. So I have to do some things here. We gotta go Zard. Okay, yes. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. I will attach to that guy. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Alright, can I get an Iono or something? Thank you. Artazon. That makes sense. Okay, so we could... If I knock out the Ray right now, that takes away their entire game plan. Because they don't have the Magma Basin. They could only do 280 with the Heatran. So I think I bosses the Ray, and I think this messes them up. I think this completely ruins everything they got going on. And Boost Turtle, yeah, on average, you gain 1 level per day. And that's just doing your dailies and winning a game or two. So 50 days, and that's playing like the minimum. So if you don't complete the Battle Pass within 4 weeks, that'll leave 8 weeks left. It's just poorly designed economy. And they got a Magma Basin. Hey, Toby, what did I tell you about spreading your seed? You should only do it once per day. Yeah, you're unhealthy. It's an unhealthy amount to play with your gold member that much. And Little Tone, the free version of the deck does come with Pogo Zard because it also plays Torkoal. You know, I think what's going to happen is when 151 comes out, that's when we're going to have the Fire-type Charizard EX, and we're going to have to deal with that. All right, that's GG. That's GG, baby. Knocking out the Ray just won me the game. And I know I don't have any energy, so maybe I should have waited. Maybe that would have been a good idea, because now we might be a little stuck here, but that's fine. All right, so we go Iono. Put them down to 3 cards. And we got the busted switch. All right, let's Bibarel. And then there's the Zard that we don't need anymore. Alright, take 2. So even if they Iono me, I have a Bibarel. I'm always going to say Bibarel. Let's be honest. I don't care what the official pronunciation is. They've already changed the pronunciation of Pommet. It's Pomot. Or the person they hired to do the voiceover for the Pokemon Presents doesn't know what they're doing and they just said, whatever, I don't care. Why is Arc VMAX 2 prizes? Because it's a V-Star. Arceus is a V-Star. Rayquaza is a V-Max. Oh yeah, you got 60 damage on that thing. So I mean, at least the Heatran's going to be doing a ton of damage. That's cool. But you'd think the Pokemon Company would care a little bit more about the pronunciation of their things. Like, you'd think they'd check it. But it was probably a case of, yeah, someone did the voiceover and then they did it like maybe a couple days before and they couldn't change it. So it's like, oh, whatever. That's how they pronounce it. That's what we got to go with. And Ninja, oh yeah, it is the OF launch today. We got, I mean, look at how many people are here. They are here for the OF launch, and they just love to see it. Okay, we're starting Mew. That's always good. Can I just get a VIP pass, please? So it's Bibarel. So if you want to know how to say Bibarel the way that the Pokemon company thinks you should, that's how you should be saying Bibarel. Bibarel. So we level ball. What do I want the most? I think I just want a Charmander. So they have an Entei, so we go Charmander. That be a switch. Yar, that be a switch. Well, I really hope you don't Iono me. Oh, we're not getting rid of that. I really hope you don't use Iono. That would be a feels bad. Just Karimi, don't use Iono and everything will be fine. Yeah, Justin Bibarel. Okay, they're playing a version with Entei. Oh yeah, they got the new Charmander. As good as that art is, this is the... Okay, they got the Arceus. As good as that art is, the 151 Charmander is still going to be better. Okay. Alright, we're just going to do 180 damage. That's going to be fine. I would not be surprised to see Cheryl in, you know, some of the decks. Wow, they're just playing max rarity. But if you're playing a max rarity deck, why are you playing the Pokemon Go Zard? Right? Why are you playing the Pogo Zard? Alright, yes. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then, yeah, 100%, we do Bibarel first. Okay, that didn't quite work out, but we have a Zard. Okay, Mysterious Tail. Lost Vacuum does nothing. Super Rod is not great either. I mean, yeah, I guess I just go Arven for a level ball at this point. Stupid VIP pass. And then we go for Mr. Charmander. And we ditch the energy. Do a little bit. We dig a little in their hidey hole. Yeah, I can't wait to do 180. That means yeah, that is a little bit tough doing that early on in the game with Charizard. So I feel like Charizard does need, like, you know, Arceus or something just to make it a little bit better. But Entei is also pretty good because it has 230 hit points. And is Stelladirge EX playable? I think Zard is just better because there's so many water decks. Or I guess I mean Chen Pao. So we'll have to see how the usage of Chen Pao goes. But I think it's another stage 2. The reason you can get away with Pidgeot EX in the deck, and that being a stage 2, is the fact that Pidgeot just makes your deck better. Yeah, Zard needs a really good friend. Radiant Charizard is not it early in the game. Like, you'd have to get 2 Charizard EX turn 2 to do 250. But yeah, Stelladirge is another stage 2, and it's weak to water. So I think just find a decent basic, like Radiant Charizard or Entei V. I'm sure there's some basic fire type that just no one is thinking of right now that's going to be really good as a Tekken Zard very soon. Yeah, all the Chen Pao users have turned into Zard users. That's because people just are like, hey, free deck, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it now. Fire is in a great spot. This is your welder reprint, Rodney. They're just like, hey, remember that card that attached energy, that attached fire energy? What if we reprinted that as a Pokemon? I think Entei is still better than Victini, because Victini, I think, has 190, so that is getting knocked out by Arceus. So that's a little, you know, not great. Okay. I don't think they're going to be doing any boss trapping. Famous last words. I don't think they're doing any boss trapping this game. Alright, so we do that. And then put 2 on the Radiant Zard, 1 on the EX. So 2 go on the Radiant, and then actually take 2 away. Yeah, so that works out. The math works out there. So they're going to come up and hit me with their Radiant Charizard. Could I attack with my Radiant Zard right now? Would that do anything? I don't think it would. Do you want to see a busted play? Do you want to see me really just troll them right now? I have to do it. I have to do it. I don't care if it's not necessarily the smartest play. We got to do it. Yeah, get out of here, Artazon. What are you going to do about it? Pidgeot EX will be good in Chen-Pao. I don't think Chen-Pao needs Pidgeot. Right? Like, how is Chen-Pao struggling, right? It's not really struggling that hard. But I was taking a KO. So that was the thing. I knew I was taking a KO. Yeah, obviously I knew I was taking a KO. So yeah, this is the problem. If Arceus sees a lot of play, which it looks like it's going to, or continue to, then you want to make sure you play like 2 Choice Belt, which you can get with Arven, and then your Radiant Zard can take like a turn 2 knockout on an Arceus V-Star. Isn't Pidgeot just used for searching? Yeah, so that's why I don't think it makes sense in Chen-Pao. You need the busted Bonsly. The busted Bonsly, damn straight. No, we need the Cleffa. Get the Bonsly, we need Cleffa. Okay, yeah, because it's like right now I'm doing 250 or I'm doing 240. None of them are really good options, and they have the Pogo Zard as well. You need Cleffa. No, we're not playing Cleffa X, okay? I mean, there's just... I'm looking at the set right now. There's just nothing that can really help in the set. I mean, you could go for Torkoal or something. So how are they set up? They are set up... Wait. Oh, because they got the Pogo Zard. I was like, wait, how did that Charizard attack? So if I attack with this guy... They're going to do damage, so I think I'd rather do it with that one. If I go Arven... No, Arven is a bad idea. I think we just research away the hand. Yes, we lose a rare candy, but we need to get an energy. Oh, that was close. That was pretty close. And then attach the energy. Put... I mean, if they knock out my Zard, obviously that's not good. We can Iono next turn. The double VIP pass jamming up the hand. Alright, so we're going to go on to odd prizes. Obviously that helps their Charizard, but they can't knock out my Charizard unless they do play Torkoal or something. So we need to get that Charmeleon. Oh, wait, who are they going for? They're going for the Charmander. It would stop them from getting boss's orders. That's what it would stop them from doing. Alright, so I think... Okay. If I go up with this one... I mean, I think we go up with that one. This is probably just a research hand. Okay, how many Charmanders are in the discard pile? 2. Do I have any sort of faith that there's another Charmander in the deck? Not really. But there was, and I should have gone to get it. Okay, so we have that Charmander. I go Super Rod. What's my situation looking like? All right, so 1, 2, and then another Charmander. We do want to put that Charmander back in. I have a Zard. Okay, so we do 250. Yeah, you need a choice belt or something in this deck. That is definitely something that we need to put in the deck, is a choice belt or something. So let's thin that out. I mean, what if they play like Delphox or something? Just in case. Just in case they play Delphox. We don't want to take any chances here. No chances. Alright, so energy goes on you. And then Combustion Blast. Where's Charmeleon? Yeah, Charmeleon decided not to show up for work today. What do you mean chorizo deck? So we'll switch for Sealstone. So now they're thinning. We do have Boss's Iono, which is obviously very good to have right now. Yeah, damn it, Charmeleon. But we don't need the Charmeleon yet. They're playing 2 Pogozard. Alright, there's a Charmeleon. So they're just thinning at this point. They want all the bad cards in their hand. So when I Iono them, they're not in trouble. Alright, so this is what we're doing. We're going to have to take a knockout. And the Kingdom, thank you for the sub. Alright, so we're going to Iono them to 2. Take the knockout with Charmander. And then win. Alright, so let's get rid of that and that. Let's see what else we got in there. We have another Zard. We have another Charmander. We have Bosses and Iono in the deck. We have Super Rod. So, did we prize Charmeleon? If I go into that, his Zard one-shots me. So, I should have bossed up the Podo Zard is what you're saying. So, you're saying I'm an idiot. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me the unthinkable, that I am dumb? That is just so far from the truth. I don't know how you could possibly suspect that I can't do math and I'm an idiot. Oh, I could have done an attachment. I didn't realize I had an attachment left. Okay, so you're saying that I'm an idiot when that is clearly not the case. Okay, I am clearly a genius. I'm a master at baiting. We all know that. They do not have bosses. The way they went up like that, it makes me think they got it. The way they did that, it makes me think I Iono'd them into bosses. Boom! GG. Wait, why wouldn't they just take the KO? Oh, because... Oh, they thought they could stall me out here. They thought they were going to get cheeky with it. They thought, oh, well, they don't have game. I am a master at baiting. I keep telling you this. We got Charizard. We got Charizard. We keep winning. Nothing is stopping us. We're literally... You got to learn to be gracious in defeat. Because defeat are always nice to you. If we can get the Super Rod, then we are absolutely golden. So I'm gonna be a little risky here. Maybe a little risky and a little frisky. Get risky and frisky. That's what I always say. If you're not getting risky, you're not getting frisky. So then we go Industrious Incisors. I mean, I could also Rare Candy first, but this pretty much gives us an insane chance of hitting Super Rod, and then we'll still somehow whiff it. Hey, see, I told you. I told you, literally the best player in the entire game. You are watching God tier gamer here. God tier gamer, you cannot handle me spreading my seed everywhere. I have to put all 3 energy on the Zard though, don't I? Yeah. So we're kind of screwed if they if they boss trap somebody. If they do boss trap somebody, we are kind of screwed, but otherwise we'll be fine. What do we call Sunny? Sunny is, you know, not even on the same tier as me. Sunny is below me. I don't even see Sunny. Okay? I am God tier. Sunny is... I don't even know. Give me some ideas. Why are those ladder opponents worse than the AI? No, I think what they did was they took a chance and said, you don't have Switch or you don't have Zard. Sunny D. Sunny is a Titan, a demigod. Call him Helios. That's a good one. Yeah, okay, we'll call Sunny Helios because heels remind me of feet. And that is good. So I think we lose the game if they don't do the Sableye Lost Mine play, right? I think we probably lose. Obviously, they could have whiffed at some point. Okay, so we do have to retreat, which is a little difficult, but we're gonna Iono them to 2. Helios Network. Titans are above gods? Oh yeah? Then how come the Titans are stuck in their little hidey hole? Explain that one. So if I take a prize, then we are kind of screwed. We're also kind of screwed if I don't find a Switch card. Alright, so what's my deck looking like? Do we have an Escape Rope? Of course not. We don't have a Super Rod. So... this is kind of tough. Okay, so we have to Iono. That's number 1. We have to get the... there was an energy left, so we have to get the energy. Which we didn't get there, but I think this guarantees me an energy, right? Yeah, that guarantees the energy, so we manually retreat. And then take a prize. Hopefully it's the... oh no, we're down 2 super... okay, it all comes down to this. This is going to be a photo finish here, everybody. They can boss trap and win the game. Or they can just go get their own Zard and win the game. So they can boss trap my Bibarel, win the game. They can't boss trap the Zard, the Radiant Zard. So it's going to have to be Iono. Yeah, see, that was a bit overkill. But we'll take it. So yeah, they just have to dig for Rare Candy Zard. I don't think they're down many good... yeah, like they haven't gotten rid of more than 1 Rare Candy and they have all of their Zard. Okay, they just sent a Zard to the Lost Zone. That means they got it. That means they win. And, I mean... I know we were saying the Lost Box version isn't very good. Well, I mean, you were saying that. I said it was good. So, I mean, this is why you should always trust your pilot, because I'm always right. So they were basically keeping it a secret, but they did leave it up to chance. Like, oh, if I get Iono'd, then we need to hit it off flower selecting. But those were some good games. Those were some good games with Zard. I'll probably just upload, just be like, hey, here's some games with Charizard EX. And hey, Rodney's, how dare you? How dare you give me money and then besmirch my name? Okay, we got Rare Candy. That might be a terrible card to get right now, to be honest with you. But we're going to do it anyways. Hey, Newberry. Okay, you got to be a little nicer to me. And Evie, thank you for coming out. I'll be back tomorrow with more busted decks. I'm sure we'll play Palafin or something stupid, because... after Charizard, there's literally nothing that's like, oh, you gotta play this deck. It's pretty much Charizard, and then there's a huge drop off. What do you mean Midraidon is a breeze? They can almost do 330 damage, right? And Rodney's yes. Every sub equals one insult that you're allowed to make. Make a Decky Dewey deck? No. What about Glamora? We played Glamora. Glamora's trash. Nah, we'll play Glamora. We'll see how it goes. Ice QEX? You never know, right? Dragonite EX? If you only flip heads, Dragonite EX is good. But if you don't flip... Oh, that is a busted Iono. If you don't flip heads, obviously, it's horrible. And Glamora is not trash. I'm just joking. Alright, so this is a perfect KO on the Raikou. If you only flip heads, Wug Trio is better. Absolute, you're speaking the truth. So this is how Arceus is supposed to work. Right? Let's go... I think we go Avery first. Because that just, you know, tells me what needs to happen. Pondering making a meme confused deck. Well, if you play Shock Lock and Expanded with the Raichu and Scoop Up Net, you control a bunch of people. Alright, they kept those guys. Let's go... So, Starbirth. I guess we just get double Zard. Oh. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Prizing 2 Zard. That's cool. Cool. Thanks. That's just what I wanted. Temple of Sinnoh doesn't really do anything. I see what you're trying to do to me. Probably should have grabbed a Charmeleon. But I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. Alright, so 3 energy on the Zard. Or on the Arceus. And then attach, because we don't need to draw cards anymore, because that's a useless thing. So Ultra Ball away the Charmander and the Nest Ball. I mean, alternatively, I could go for another Arceus. Well, I guess we are going for Arceus V, because literally nothing is going right now. Literally everything is going wrong. We prize the Charmeleon. We prize 2 Charizard. Everything is going wrong. You can't attack with Arceus in his Zard deck? I just did. And Worlds does start in 30 minutes. You are correct. And there we go. There's the Charmeleon and the Charizard. Okay, so they got the Choo-Choo, but joke's on them, because now all I need is a bosses. Should you craft Arceus? It's expensive. So I think it's 1,025 for the V-Star, and then obviously more for the... Okay, so let's do that. We'll get a Charmeleon. I don't know. We'll get the Arceus V-Star, then we'll get the Charmeleon with the Level Ball. Absolutely busted. I'm goated. Yeah, Arceus is going to be good for another, what, year and a half? So it is worth having in your collection. It's just, do you plan on playing it right now is the main question. Stream should have started 6 minutes ago. I think it's a little overblown that something's going on. All right, so let's go... Trinity Nova. Yeah, we don't need to spread any energy anywhere. I think that's crystals, isn't it? Because an Arceus V is 750 and then the V-Star is 1025. When will GLC come to live? Well, we've been 18 months down. And Shiny Magikarp? No, you got to pay extra for that. Yeah, so for crystals, it's, you know, it's 1,120. For credits, it's, you know, to craft a set, it's what, 1,800 on the dot? Or just 1,800 for a 1/1? And Toad's Krill any good? You can check the VOD. It's broken right now, so it actually does more damage than it should. So it's better than it will ever be. So Toad's Krill is better than it will ever be. More like... Wait, is 3/4 more than 2/3? No, yeah, no, I say 3/4. It's about 3/4 because you can't do you can't do expanded friend battles, so Sun and Moon, X and Y, and Black and White are completely out of the mix. So GLC is just Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. And then if they knock out my Arceus V-Star, that means my Charizard is doing 330. The Raichu is a bit of a problem, but I can deal with that with Lost Vacuum. So I think we just play it safe. I know it's boring. And I'm not getting drop frames, so yeah, if I am lagging, it should be very minimal. And Palafin is the best single prize deck from the set. And that means absolutely nothing because the set is so bad. That means nothing because the set is so bad. No, I'll play one or two more. So let's go. We both kind of get messed up by Iono. But obviously I'm going to be getting more cards and I'd rather keep that bosses. So we're going to do this. All right, we got another bosses. Sure, let's conceal cards. Let's see what happens. If we get the Lost Vacuum, that makes life so much easier. We are going to evolve into Charizard because I want to just be fully set up here. I want to have my backup attacker. I will save the energy just as a safety precaution. We don't want to get ourselves into any funky business here. And Ender, it's not for some reason. We know why. We know why. They didn't believe in the heart of the cards. That's why. One path. Well, that's why you play 3 stadiums or you play multiple Lost Vacuums. So the reason this deck played 2 Lost Vacuum is to bump Path to the Peak, and it also plays 2 Temple of Sinnoh. But yeah, if your Charizard deck isn't playing 3 stadiums minimum, you're going to be in trouble. And Lost Vacuum is also another good one. And you can obviously find Lost Vacuum with Mew. So Lost Vacuum, pretty good. And Lost Vacuum also gives you a better chance to figure things out with Bibarel, if you're playing Bibarel. And I think Phyx doesn't realize that they can't win this game. Unless they do something like that, then they can. Okay. So do I just promote the Mew, and then if I get Rare Candy, we win? So they are completely out of energy. Oh, they have 1 energy left. Okay. So there's multiple ways that I could win this. I think we do promote the Mew though. Alright, so there's an Ultra Ball. Let's thin the deck as much as possible. So we have Rope and Sinnoh. And then Nest Ball, the Manaphy. So yeah, let's get the Manaphy. We have Vacuum. We have Rare Candies. Unfortunately, we only have 1 Ultra Ball. So we thin out the Manaphy. Huh. So I guess I have to Iono. So we get rid of Research and Bosses. I get nothing. And then oh no, I shouldn't have done that. I was thinking too far ahead. I should have kept the Ultra Ball in the deck. Or it doesn't matter. Who cares? I'm literally goated. Okay, so then we go Mysterious Tail. And then Super Rod? Super Rod or Rare Candy? Super Rod or Rare Candy? Which one? Where's the Lost Vacuum? The Lost Vacuum should have been... Okay, I'll admit I made a bit of a mistake. If I use Research there and then Mysterious Tail, that guarantees the Lost Vacuum. So that was a bit of an oopsie on my part. I will admit that. That was a slight oopsie on my part, but we're not going to be punished for it. I could have used Radiant Greninja and done all the things, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, okay? It's going to be fine. They're not going to be able to get what they need off of an Iono to 1, okay? It's literally impossible to get anything off Iono to 1. So 6 energy, Temple of Sinnoh. Yeah, they don't got it. They never had it in the first place. All I need is Lost Vacuum and it's GG. But yeah, I should have just gone research and we win. So they're going to retreat probably just into, or they're going to retreat into Regieleki. So we just need the Lost Vacuum. And yeah, I know I could use concealed cards, but I was playing a little bit too fast. So we can, we just need the Lost Vacuum. I know I made that decision to cut the Lost Vacuum, and I was like, we don't need the second Lost Vacuum. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Path to the Peak is kind of bad for this deck. But this is the prediction game. And I don't think Top Deck Boss gets them there. Even if they did Top Deck Boss, they would have needed... oh no, they would have gotten it because they had Raichu in the active. Oh, there's Path to the Peak. Okay, that's cool. There's Palpad. I think we just go Trinity Nova and say they don't got it. Trinity Nova and they don't got it like that. So yes, 2 Lost Vacuum, 2 Temple of Sinnoh, or 2, Artazon, or whatever you want. No. If they hit 2, they win. If they would have hit 2 energy, they would have won the game. That was so close, because they would have been able to do 300 damage with the Raichu. So right now, they have to retreat into the Zapdos, or the Flaffy. I would say probably Zapdos makes more sense, though. But little do they know, if they retreat into Zapdos, I think I might win. So they have to retreat into Zapdos, because they don't have the knockout. But I would just retreat into the Mew, because I know that they would win regardless. Yeah, this was one of the downsides. Like, this is why you want Pidgeot, but then it's like you have 2 stage 2s, you have Arceus, you got all these things. I think we just go for Lost Vacuum and hope. Because they'll retreat into Zapdos, but that has a 2 retreat cost. So I will have 2 chances to find Lost Vacuum and win the game. Does the Fire Energy help me out at all? Because if they top deck Energy, then they're doing 360. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for the Lost Vacuum. I believe. Lost Vacuum. Boom. Told ya. That was all we needed to win the game the entire time. My opponent never stood a chance. They were facing the #1 Arczard player. There you go. This is what happens. You face the #1 Arczard player, and it's a different Arczard. You don't even stand a chance. You shouldn't even play the game. I am literally #1 in the world at playing Arceus Charizard. You can't disprove that. Literally can't be disproven.